A lot of women are preparing themselves for the impact of the incoming administration, which has led to this growing mantra from male right-wing incels. Your body, my choice. Say that to my face.
A few days ago, we brought you the explosive clash between Karoline Leavitt and Whoopi Goldberg, but we barely scratched the surface of the drama. Buckle up, because the details are even wilder than we let on, and you won't want to miss a second of it. If you live for these jaw-dropping moments, hit that subscribe button now. Now, let's talk about the fallout. The so-called woke mob did what they do best, lost their minds. Not because Karoline confidently took on Whoopi in front of a national audience, but because she did it while being a mom. That's right. Instead of engaging with her actual arguments, critics bizarrely fixated on the fact that she's working with a 7-month-old at home. So much for championing female empowerment, right? Funny how working moms are celebrated for their resilience, until it's someone they don't like. Suddenly it's a scandal. The hypocrisy is glaring, and trust me, this was just the beginning.
She's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The same crowd that chants, "Women can do it all," suddenly slammed the brakes. Apparently, this particular working mom crossed some invisible line. So, what's the new rule? If you embarrass a daytime talk show host, you're supposed to go home, bake cookies, and rethink your life? The hypocrisy is off the charts, and self-awareness is nowhere to be found. Karoline is making solid points, yet the outrage isn't about what she said. It's about the fact that she's a hardworking mom. So what's the real issue here?
She's a very nice-looking lady, but it isn't true that that's why she got the job. She got the job because she was the national spokesman for the campaign, and she did a very good job in that role. And the campaign was hugely successful and communicated very effectively. That is why she got the job. Even if Karoline Leavitt weren't a pretty lady, even if she were a male, gremlin, monstrous-looking fellow, she still would have gotten the job based on how effective the campaign communications was.
Let's see how Karoline responds next. And just like that, she effortlessly shuts down the outrage. Not with a tap, but with a sledgehammer. She drops what should be common sense. Yes, you can balance motherhood and a career without being forced to choose between them. Shocking, right? Someone alert the think tanks. But here's where she really flips the script. She doesn't deny. It's tough. Instead of sugarcoating reality, she embraces traditional values, openly admitting that juggling work and parenting is hard, and not every woman wants, or is able, to do it. And that, apparently, is the real scandal. Imagine that. A woman daring to say, "Hey, my lifestyle isn't one size fits all." Unlike the left's rigid, "you can have it all or you've failed" feminism mentality, Leavitt offers something truly radical. A mature, nuanced perspective. She points out that full-time moms deserve just as much respect as career-driven women. Because, brace yourself, raising the next generation is just as valuable as climbing the corporate ladder. But Leavitt doesn't just win the argument, she exposes the hypocrisy for what it really is. Performative empowerment wrapped in mom-shaming. And just when you think the outrage mob couldn't get more ridiculous, they double down, spiraling straight into full-blown conspiracy.
Do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
This is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world, because Karoline would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Yes. He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
You heard that right? The same crowd that constantly preaches facts, science, and logic has officially swapped their evidence-based slogans for full-blown tinfoil hats. And their latest masterpiece? Brace yourselves, because it's a wild one. According to these so-called intellectuals, Elon Musk, the guy literally revolutionizing space travel and transportation, is secretly plotting to take down Donald Trump. By pushing him down the stairs. Yes, seriously. Because nothing screams billionaire mastermind like middle school bullying tactics and leading this brilliant charge. None other than the deep thinkers over at The View, who somehow believe they're running a congressional hearing from their coffee table. Why? Because Karoline Leavitt dared to embarrass their queen bee on national TV, and now they're out for revenge. And who better to target than Trump's powerful ally, Elon Musk? It's like watching satire unfold in real time. You couldn't script this level of absurdity if you tried.
I'm a working mom and always have been. I've been a professional woman since I graduated from college or law school. But now there's, I think, a good thing, which is like the restoration of valuing so-called traditional, moms, and that's great. The women who take care of their kids full time. Most of my best friends are doing exactly that. But it seems like in the right, there's like a bit of a shift toward like, you can't do what Karoline's doing. That's actually like an unsafe or a dangerous or a bad choice for families, for children, which I reject wholesale, but you hear it more and more.
Yeah.
What, do you hear
Here comes Whoopi Goldberg, summoning whatever courage she had left for one last death. Did she finally confront Karoline Leavitt head on? Of course not. Even she knows that would be like walking into a hurricane wearing paper shoes. So instead, she took the coward's route, shifting her focus to Trump and launching an attack so outlandish, so downright childish that it left the entire audience in shock. And then, get this, she actually spat. Yep, on national television, Whoopi Goldberg literally spat after saying Trump's name, like some cartoon villain tasting defeat for the first time. This really happened, because nothing says intellectual debate like spitting on cue, right? But Karoline? Oh, she wasn't about to let that slide. With the precision of a surgeon and the force of a freight train, she hit back.
I would reject that it's a bad choice. Is it a tough choice? Absolutely. As a mother, you want to be with your child 24/7. You have that maternal instinct.
27.
Yeah. Not all the time. Well, right now, yes, because he's 7 months and just squishy and lovable, but I'm sure that will change. No, but you do have that maternal instinct, but also recognizing like, I'm doing this work for my son and for all children to make this country better. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
So this is what debate looks like now. Karoline Leavitt scoffed. When you can't win on facts, you resort to playground tactics. Seriously, can you imagine being so triggered by one man's name that you start spitting like a toddler refusing? Broccoli? It's not just embarrassing, it's downright pathetic. No wonder daytime TV ratings are in free fall. But Karoline didn't just sit back. She called out the hypocrisy loud and clear. These are the same people who preach civility and respect, yet here they are, turning ABC into a slapstick comedy show. And by the time she was done, Whoopi's so-called bold move looked less like rebellion and more like a desperate last-ditch The internet noticed. Fast. Memes flooded social media faster than The View's producers could cut to commercial. Viewers rallied behind Leavitt, praising her for exposing Goldberg's cringeworthy performance.